Love sports? Love culture? Well, I've got a brand new podcast called Take Line from Crooked Media, hosted by me, Jason Concepcion, and two-time WNBA champion Renee Montgomery. From the games to the players to the issues happening both on and off the court, we'll be tackling the important political and social issues happening in sports head on. New episodes drop every Tuesday, so follow and subscribe on radio.com, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Saturday, October 27th, Bourbon and Bacon Fest is coming back, and it's heading south to Tacoma. That's right, man. Party. Yeah. Join us during the day. Join us during the night. We'll be at the Tacoma Armory. Distilleries from all over the U.S. pouring their best spirits. Plus, restaurants that know how to make bacon the right way, giving you bacon treats to go along with those great spirits. Bourbon and Bacon Fest. You want your tickets? Going to Tacoma. KISW.com. Bourbon and Bacon Fest, benefiting our friends at Treehouse.
Let's play B-Migs. It's time to play the game. Yeah! So everybody scream his name. B-Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa! B-Migs. You're a loser. It is time to B-Migs. And it's time to pump it up for Monday.
Yeah! Very, very excited. I know you bums are not big baseball fans, but this is about as exciting as baseball can get, as we have two divisional playoffs happening even before the wild card happens. Brewers and Cubs, Dodgers and Rockies, and we've got I got a Rockies fan in the building, so I'm like, dude, how you feeling about today?
I hope they lose.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a weird thing, man.
I'm just kidding. He's also a Broncos fan.
Oh, screw that guy.
Yeah.
I know you're talking about now.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool because basically four teams finish at the top of their division, so they have to have a playoff game to see who wins the division. Then the other one will go play in the wild card game, which is, Wednesday. It's nuts.
So it's more baseball for baseball freaks.
Oh, yeah. Loving it.
And it's one game and out.
Yeah.
Which actually is fun for any sports fans because there's just that desperation.
The drama. Yeah. The wild card's one game and out. Today, it's you either play to play in the one game and out, or you play and you get to have 5 games to play. So it's a weird one game thing today.
I'm so confused now.
I know.
Would you like to borrow my abacus?
Yeah. This is what happens when Major League Baseball goes, we don't know what to do when people tie. We don't know what to do.
Well, I was going to say, this is a game where no one else ties, but this is a game where absolutely people tie because you've already tied.
I was going to say I tied this morning.
Yeah, you did. So we'll just get to the game.
Yes.
We've got Keith in Seattle to take on Steve. Keith, are you there, sir?
Woo!
Yeah, baby. Nice. He's pumped up.
He's ready for wrestling.
Yeah, he is. What's he playing for today, Steve?
Ticket to see Shinedown and Godsmack at the Angel of the Winds Arena, and that's happening on October 10th. I know. Go to KISW.com for all the details, and tickets are available at angelofthewindsarena.com.
All right, Steve, get out of here.
Get out of here, boy.
For those going back to the country roots there, I see.
Oh, yeah, that's how you do.
For those playing at home, Keith will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Keith, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
You betcha.
A specific type of crown. What jeweled headband is favored by princesses and beauty pageant winners?
Tiara.
Yes. What was Gladys Knight's backing band?
The Pips.
Yes. Which sense does the character Daredevil lack?
Sight.
Yes. The majority of the Sierra Nevada mountains are located in what state?
Nevada.
No.
Utah.
No.
Oklahoma.
No. What kind of animal is Iago in Disney's Aladdin?
Donkey?
No.
A bird.
Well, yeah, it's a bird. As the first man to do so, how many times did John Glenn orbit the Earth in 1962?
Pass.
What year of the late 80s was Madonna's hit song Like a Prayer released?
88.
No.
87.
No.
86.
No. What does the car assistance company AAA stand for?
Automobile. Pass.
What institution is known as biblioteca in Spanish?
Taco Bell.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4 correct.
You
And-
started off so well, Keith.
Yep, started strong, and well, I mean, this score is just what happened earlier today, and Steve ended up tying.
That's true.
So there's a chance.
There's a chance. I think-
WWE on the brain.
Yeah. We'll see how Steve does. We'll see if, after, getting inspired by getting to see Alexa Bliss today from the
Yes.
WWE, see if Steve's now a champion.
Monday Night Raws tonight. I'm very excited for that, BJ.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
And then before we play the game, can I give a quick couple of shout outs from some people that I ran to that listened to the program over the weekend?
Sure, yeah.
All right, go ahead.
So we went to the Puyallup Farmers Market over the weekend, which is always a blast.
Nice.
And I ran into a guy named Dustin, so I just want to say hi to him.
Hey, Dustin.
What's up, Dustin?
And then I got some dinner at Sushiari in Puyallup, which is awesome sushi. And a lady by the name of Ashley comes running up. She's like, "Hey, oh my gosh, blah blah blah." Here's the problem: I got it to go, so I didn't get dressed to pick up my sushi.
Oh.
So she got it was just athletic shorts, flip flops, and a t-shirt, and I just looked like a schlub. She's like, "Can I get a picture?" Because my husband's not going to believe that I met you here, and I'm like, "Oh no, yes, but please take it from the waist up." Because I just look like I just look like a dirtbag.
Yeah.
I love it. Never thought I'd run into somebody. I'm just going there to grab my sushi and go home. But shout out to Ashley and also Dustin. They were
Give it a
awesome
shout.
people.
That is awesome. Now are you ready to play the game, sir? A specific type of crown. What jeweled headband is favored by princesses and
Tiara.
Yes.
Yeah, baby.
What is Gladys Knight's backing band?
The Revolution.
No.
The Pips.
Yes. What sense does the character Daredevil lack?
He cannot see.
Yes.
The great movie with Ben Affleck.
Oh, you should have. The majority of the Sierra Nevada mountains are located in what state?
Colorado.
No.
Washington.
No.
Colorado. Nevada.
No.
Oh.
What kind of animal was Iago in Disney's Aladdin?
Fish.
No.
Bird.
Yes. As the first man to do so, how many times did John Glenn orbit the Earth in 1962?
Twice.
No.
6 times.
No.
9 times.
No. What year of the late 80s was Madonna's hit song Like a Prayer released?
Ooh, 88?
No.
89.
Yes. What does the car assistance company AAA stand for?
American Automotive Awesomeness.
No.
Live.
No.
American Automobile A-holes.
No. 1, 2,
thought they were
3,
aggressive.
So
4,
close, Steve.
5. You win.
Yeah.
5-4.
Oh, sorry, Keith.
I went the wrong way.
Yeah, you did.
There goes Keith, everybody.
Oh, I played the wrong song.
There you for wrestling.
Yes.
Yes, for Monday Night Raw.
That's right, Bobby Roode, baby.
The best intro music ever.
Can't argue with this today.
See, goosebumps.
That's right.
Can't argue.
Because they're glorious.
It is so glorious.
Doing it for Monday Night Raw tonight. I will accept it. I will let this pass.
Sweet. Now you were so close with AAA.
Yeah, you really were. As you were goofing around with American Automobile, think of an A that might be a group of people that get together.
Association.
There
Yes.
you go.
If you wouldn't have just you've been a little nicer.
I've been a member for years.
We were for a little bit, and then my wife decided that we weren't going to be, and then that's when my car broke down.
Cool story. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
That's always how it happens,
Yeah.
Rev.
Exactly. It's like, oh, we don't need it. We haven't used it for this year. And then right then,
And it there breaks down, and you're like, I would call them, but I can't.
it's worth the money. The first man to do so, John Glenn, he orbited the Earth how many times in 1962?
Oh, I don't know.
3?
3 times. Yep, exactly.
Should have just.
You should have just
Well,
said
I
3.
won. I don't care.
Okay.
Nice.
And the
Had I
one-
lost, I would have been mad about that one.
and then the one that is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. The majority of the Sierra Nevada mountains are located in what state?
Is that California?
It is.
Yeah.
Yep. I figured people would.
Vicky knew that too.
I read it in a book.
Oh, look at you reading. I don't believe that.
That sounds fake.
It's called Wild.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you did read that book.
Yeah.
In like school or something?
No, I actually got it because there's a movie on it. Like, I think Reese Witherspoon stars in it,
That's
so I wanted
right.
to read the book before
I was thinking.
Call of the Wild.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, congratulations, Steve. You won with 5 correct.
Caller 5. Well, that means Caller 5 is getting to see Shinedown and Godsmack at Angel of the Winds Arena on October 10th. Caller number 5, 206-421-ROCK. Caller number 5, you are a winner. All right, Steve.
Yes, sir.
We got a survey about how much time a man spends in the bathroom hiding.
From what?
I think it's just from the family.
From life?
My dad, we had a real small house growing up, and 1 bathroom, 3 tiny bedrooms, a tiny living room, and a tiny kitchen. And so the bathroom was where my dad would hide.
I think that's what my dad would do, too, because he would go upstairs, and maybe 45 minutes later, he'd come back down with the newspaper still under his arm. And I'm like,
Yeah.
there's no way. As a kid, I always thought, that's so weird. And then as an adult, I totally get it.
Yeah.
It's like you're one place where you could go and just kind of chill and not have to deal with anything.
That's when my dad would take the paper in there, and and no one ever thought that was strange to go into the bathroom and take the paper and just go reading it. And then you think, who's going to want to read that paper when he's done? Nobody, right?
And he sometimes would try and throw us off the beaten path that we have under. Our time to go drain the lizard, and it's like you're not going number 1.
Yeah.
You're not going to take a newspaper with you to go number 1.
Oh, that's a
and then
good
he would
point.
just disappear, and we'd forget that he was even gone. And then all of a sudden, he just comes back down. Oh, no one better go upstairs. Ha ha.
Yeah.
Jeez, Dad.
Yeah, we know.
Now I do that too.
Yeah, you're that guy. We all become that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, the reason we spend 7 hours a year hiding in the bathroom is what the average man spends, 7 hours a year. And it is for quiet time, getting away from your partner. And basically getting away from your partner and nagging at them. Mm-hmm. You know, that's the key where he's like, okay, I got to get a break from the Steve.
Yeah.
The kids. Avoiding their chores. I hadn't thought about that.
You know, I don't even have a good reason. I just enjoy sitting down and reading whatever's like an article I'm reading on my. It's now phones as opposed to newspapers,
exactly,
or magazines. But it's not to get away from anything. I do that still. I'll do that when I'm home by myself. It's not like I'm trying to hide from anything.
Yeah, it says here 10% of bathroom trips at home are interrupted by someone barging in. I always lock the door. There's no way you're barging in on me anymore.
I can't even close it fully because then Lulu gets mad. So I close it all the way to the point where it doesn't fully latch. So it's like it hits the door. And then all of a sudden, I'll just see this little nose peeping its way through it, pushing the door open. Because I used to close all the way and she'd paw at the door and scratch our door.
Oh, yeah.
And you have your own special bathroom, don't you?
Yeah.
Which is just for you going number 2s.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Ted uses it when he stays over.
Oh, so you guys are not allowed to go to the other bathrooms, especially at Ted and you. Yeah, you have to have your own bathroom.
Yeah, that one's just it's at the other side of the house. It's away from the bedroom, our master bedroom, bathroom, or the downstairs bathroom.
That's funny. That's awesome.
But now I couldn't even imagine using those other ones. It wouldn't be the same.
I can appreciate that. Yeah, I can understand that. Now, we don't know if women do this.
Vicky.
No, I totally do.
How long are you stuck in there for?
Well, a while. I've been playing Rummy Cube lately, so I bring my iPad in. And
Rummy Cube?
Yeah, it's a fun number game.
Huh.
It's been around forever, but I just
start
recently...
with the number 2 every time.
Hey.
If you're lucky.
But you live at home, so you're hiding out in the bathroom rather than your own bedroom.
Yeah, I switch back and forth. Well, because my parents will just walk in, specifically my mom. This is her knocking. She'll 2 times and then walk in.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like,
no.
Mom, you need to knock. She's like, I did.
That doesn't count.
That doesn't count.
You need to wait for acknowledgement.
Yeah, I had that argument with her.
Yeah.
So the bathroom, I can lock it. It's totally fine. They know they have to knock in the bathroom.
Yeah, your mom's got to get that because when you have a child that's in her late 20s, it's not like the teen kid. It's like you're walking in on an adult. Imagine somebody walking in on you as an adult. That's why I locked that bathroom door.
Right. And it's living with my parents has made it a lot trickier to have my alone time.
Yeah, so. I can appreciate that. Yeah.
That makes sense.
I'm a little pent up.
I know. Yeah, that's the thing. You got no place to invite people back to.
Nope. So it's their house or the bathroom at the club. Yeah, that too.
Yeah. The car comes in handy.
Oh, that's like the old days.
Keep the back seat clean.
Yeah. I can't remember the last time I actually was a car guy. You know what I mean? It's just, you get to a certain age where you don't have to worry about that because you always have a place to go to. At least you did.
Or you'd break your hip trying.
Yeah. Well, that could be me.
One person says, no sooner do I sit down, do I have my kids needing something, wanting to have in-depth conversations.
Yeah.
I'm a mom.
Yeah, exactly.
Another person says, I would hide in the bathroom to avoid a butt whooping when I got in trouble.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that.
See,
like
that
when you're a
just
kid.
delayed the inevitable for me, man.
Yeah. And I couldn't, you couldn't hide in the bathroom. It would be worse if you locked yourself in there. I almost felt like, the butt whooping would be worse if I didn't get it over with right away.
Oh, somebody has a question. Vicky, I remember her talking about her having a squatty potty. Did she bring it with her to her parents' house?
Hell yeah, it's with me. I wasn't going to leave it back for the roommates.
What does Juan think about it?
My dad doesn't like it.
No?
No.
I'm using him as a frame of reference. Him and I seem to be
I see it all the time. I was just at the Triple B, Bed Bath & Beyond, and I saw...
the squatty potty.
That's what we
Do not call it the Triple B.
I do.
Who calls it the Triple B?
His name is BJ. It's quick. It's easier than saying Bed Bath & Beyond.
You Guy Poopetti? Hey, it's Triple B.
Kind of like that, Guy Poopetti. I think, you know what? That's going to be my new name.
Oh, the memes. I can't. No.
That's right. We're going to the Bath & Beyond. I'm Guy Poopetti. Let's go.
I'm picturing Mr. Hanky with sunglasses on the back of his head with frosted turds.
Man, that is not the flavor town I want to go to.
No.
But, as I was saying before the great Guy Poopetti was interrupted, I see the squatty potty, but I feel like I don't want to buy it because they're going to know I'm buying it to go poop.
Well, then get it on Amazon.
Do you ever buy toilet paper?
I know. I don't know why. You think it wouldn't.
BJ, there's a book called Everybody Poops.
Yeah.
You can go pick it up and you can read it and realize everybody poops.
But they have them, and so
it's awesome. I like it. My dad, it's probably because he's got a bad knee. So that's probably why.
Oh, so you push your knee up.
It props your legs up.
Yeah, you basically get into a squatting position, and it's pretty awesome.
Okay.
It makes things go by quicker, but you still sit there afterwards playing on your phone.
I'd like to try one. I kind of like...
Come over.
Come over. Hey, Dad, I invited BJ over. He just wants to try out the squatty potty.
When I first got the squatty potty, I'm like, you guys have to poop. Go to my bathroom. Go.
I swear by this thing.
Yeah,
see, that
and
seems
poopery.
weird. Yeah.
Poopery is pretty awesome.
Yes.
But I feel like it's too high
once I figured out how to use it.
Yeah. I feel like it's so high maintenance because everybody that's had poopery, they have it at the beginning and then they go back to the spray again. I don't know why, because I see less and less poopery in places where I saw it before.
I've been using it since I got it for Christmas for my wife.
Your breath has never been better.
Thank you. I know, I was using it wrong.
All right, so I have a confession to make since we're talking about number twos. Rev.
Oh, jeez. Do we need to hear your...
Rev and I have a system.
Huh? A system about number two?
Yeah. When either one of us goes number two, we immediately send the poop emoji to the other one.
It's kind of a locator sort of thing.
It's just like, where's Rev? And then it's like, he's pooping. Or when I'm doing it, he knows when I'm doing it now, too.
BJ and I have that same system. Whenever I get an email from him during the show, I know it's he's on the back.
system.
You should just start putting poop emojis.
He doesn't need to. I'm very aware of where he is.
He knows what I'm doing.
Yeah, where else is he going to be on his phone outside of the studio?
Exactly.
Right.
Playing on it and answering emails.
Otherwise, I would just come talk to Steve.
Right.
Yeah. So that's my poop emoji. Well, I'm glad you two don't play that game with me because I really don't want to know when either one of you are using it.
We can add you to the thread.
We can do a group chat.
Yeah, we just do it as a group chat. It'll work just fine.
Put it on the morning show group chat from now on.
All right, done.
Because now it's like we start getting creative with gifts. So we do the pooping gifts. I get grounded a lot.
I'm in full support of this idea.
I am not in support of this idea.
Looks like your son is on the same side as you.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
I'm just a little disturbed now. How many people are in this group?
Yeah.
So far, just Rev and I, but now I'm going to make everyone.
8, yes.
Yeah, we can add 8 to the group poop.
The guy Poopetti from the Triple B says DND on this.
Hey, somebody says you should just order it on Amazon. That way nobody knows what you bought, BJ.
Good call.
It was the happiest day of my life when it came from Amazon. It was just like opening up a Christmas gift. I was like screaming. It was awesome.
Okay.
Thought we'd say, hey, Vicky, I have my own place. Anytime you want to come over and take care of things, call me. From Robert in Sumner.
Oh, you're kind of far, dude. Sumner's far from Lake Stevens.
Good voice, Steve, because that's exactly how Robert sounds. No matter what any guy intends, you always sound like that guy when you go, hey, I'll take care of you.
Next text. First it's old people sex. Now it's poop. Come on.
Come on. Come on.
At least we're not talking about food.
Next break, we'll combine the two. Yeah.
Depends.
Hey. All right, it is time for Listeners on the Loose. If you don't want to talk about old people sex, or if you do, you get to pick the topic. You get to guide the show at 206-421-ROCK. You can also text us at 77999. You pick the topic. You guide the show. Your calls, your texts at 917.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose, brought to you by the Shane Company. Listeners on the Loose, where you pick the topic, you guide the show at 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Whatever you want to talk about, it's all about you, brother. But do remember this. Steve has one rule.
And that's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we are going to have to gong you. And then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
Just like that. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Somebody texted in saying, hey, did you guys watch the Q13 game day post-show recap where Dave Wyman went off on the quarterback for the Cardinals? It was hilarious.
No, I didn't get to hear that. I didn't watch that one this time.
We watched it, and I actually had to rewind it again, thinking no different than when Earl Thomas flipped off the sidelines. I was like, did that just really happen? I was watching it, and he's talking with Ian Furness, and both of them do they're part of the broadcast team for Q13 as well. And I was like, did Dave Wyman just clown on Josh Rosen? And he actually did.
Because he had some good throws. I mean, look, I don't like the kid because I think he's kind of a jackass, but I really think he played well and he was really accurate, and, you know, we'll see how he does later on. But, yeah, you don't want to put too much on your rookie quarterback.
No, but he made some throws. He made some plays. There's no doubt about it.
Am I allowed to call quarterbacks that on the air?
He just did.
All right.
Well, that's interesting. And so, do we have any?
I want to know why.
Yeah, I don't know the backstory of that at all. I thought we'd get more with that cut, but all he just basically said was, he thought he did a good job. Oh, but he's kind of a jackass. And so, like, what is it got to do with his college? I mean, I don't know why he doesn't like him.
Maybe there was some kind of maybe there's some kind of story he's been telling on his radio show, and so there's a little bit more substance to it from there. But but it just came out of the blue because you're just watching and you never hear a TV guy just call somebody a jackass.
But you know, Dave Wyman, what I always like about Dave Wyman is he does pretty much speak what's on his mind. You know, he will tell you what's up. And so I would love to know what it is about that dude that Dave's like, Rosen, he's a jackass. I'd love to know why. So if anybody does know, if somebody caught the reason why, I'd love to hear that. That's fantastic.
Looking quickly online, when he was drafted 10th
overall.
Yeah, and he said that referring to the 9 picks made before his name was called, he said, quote, there were 9 mistakes ahead of me.
Oh.
So I think he's got a little bit of an ego there.
And cocky.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, well,
that's usually not what you say, though, when interviewed.
Yeah, he says he thought he should have been picked 1, 2, or 3, and then he was mad about that, really angry.
Awesome.
Yeah, he was trying to keep calm, cool, and composed, but he thought getting picked, and he thought he was going to have to put on a face and try to fake happiness.
He got picked 10th overall.
That's not bad.
I guess I don't know what
10th isn't first, bro.
That's true, and I don't know what that world is to be a superstar athlete where everyone tells you you're the greatest thing in the world, and then you're not the greatest thing in the world. You're the 10th greatest thing in the world.
So, and I don't know if that impacts his money. I mean, maybe it does. If does number 10 get to command the kind of money that number 1 gets to command? Is that another reason?
But I don't think it's the same as it used to be. Remember back in the day where you were a top 5 pick and you were getting basically the team was backing up the truck to pay you.
Yeah,
those days are kind of gone. But
I mean, I look at Russell Wilson. I mean, Russell Wilson definitely should have been a top pick in his class. No doubt about it. He should have been in the top 3, and of course, he didn't get no dough.
Hindsight's a bitch, BJ.
I agree. You're absolutely right. So it's like that's why I wonder. It's like from a money standpoint, is that why he's going and saying what he's saying? But I
get the feeling it's more ego than money in that situation.
I wouldn't argue with that. You know, when you say things like that and you can't control your own brain, ego is usually the reason why.
Dude, were you watching the game? Did you see?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm never a guy that gets annoyed by announcers. I know how some people, especially if the Seahawks aren't winning, it almost feels like people will take out all their anger and aggression on the announcers and be like, I'm so sick of hearing these announcers. Because, you hear things how you want to hear things. So I never really get too worked up about announcers and what they're saying. I know some people hate like Troy Aikman or whoever. But the announcer, one of the announcers, I swear, if Josh Rosen, the quarterback for the Cardinals, is not related to him, he should be. The guy was just...
Yeah,
it was getting a little annoying.
I wonder if it's because he's the new shiny kid on the block. That's kind of what I wondered, but you're right. It did seem like a lot of Josh Rosen love, and like, does the kid deserve this much mentioning?
But they were talking about him like as if he was Joe Montana playing again.
Yeah,
and it was just like,
especially with some of the plays. Like, can you believe it? I go, all right. Well, I mean, it was okay.
That was an incredible pass. The player dropped it, incomplete, but still an incredible pass. The guy's the greatest quarterback that's ever lived. I don't know if you guys noticed office.
Was that incredible, really? Yeah, and again, because he's Mr. Shiny and new, I wonder if that also, I mean, I don't know if Dave Wyman listened to the broadcast.
He was getting annoyed.
Maybe he was getting annoyed calling the QB a jackass. Who knows?
Dude, I bet you're right. He probably was like, enough about this kid. I hate this kid. And then it finally came out on the post-game recap.
Yeah.
That kid's a dumbass.
Well, we were watching and we're like, you know what? There was one play where I think on one of the Cardinals' touchdowns, Rosen just seemed like to have like 100 years to throw the ball. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, my buddy and I going, you know what? If Russ had this, Russ would be a Hall of Fame quarterback if he had this kind of time every play to be able to do what he needs to do. And so, we'll see. We'll see how this Rosen kid turns out.
Some people are texting in about probably theories behind why Wyman isn't too fond of him. One person says, he sounded like a jackass in his pre-draft interviews. He's a spoiled college quarterback. Think Ryan Leaf entitled attitude.
Oh, boy.
Another person says he's the only open atheist in the NFL. And then I like this one. The quarterback was apparently a big douche in college. He had a hot tub installed in his dorm room, from what I heard.
Oh, well, that makes him like the popular guy, doesn't it?
That's a life goal.
Yeah. So being an open atheist, that's interesting. And what does he say as an open atheist? So when it pisses people off.
Well, it's probably like when Russell walks out of the tunnel or runs out, he points to God. When Josh goes out, he's like double middle fingers pointing at Earl Thomas. Screw you.
That's all I can think of. It's like, I get when people thank God after whatever, whenever they get interviewed after a great game, they go, hey, first of all, I got to give thanks to God. So what does an atheist say? First of all, I want to say God had nothing to do with this.
All thanks go to me.
Yeah, exactly. I did this. There was no God that helped me. I mean, I would love to see those interviews just because you don't ever see that. But I mean, I don't know what open atheist would have to do with it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, because I haven't really
He
heard
wanted number 666 for his jersey, but he turned it down.
Oh, there you go.
Going back to some of his ego, apparently he was nicknamed Chosen Rosen and the Chosen One.
Okay.
Yeah.
He does sound like a bit of a jackass now.
Yeah, and he went to UCLA.
Chosen Rosen. I'd actually still, Nick Foles still has the best college nickname.
Oh, yeah.
BD Nick.
BD Nick. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Maybe you weren't chosen Rosen because you weren't right. You wouldn't have been chosen if you were around BD Nick, that's for sure. Wow. Well, there you go. This is somebody for us to hate. I love it. A great
Chosen
rivalry.
Rosen.
Yeah, now that Chosen Rosen gets to come to CenturyLink Fields next time. So we'll see how Chosen Rosen is.
I mean, he did not look bad. I mean, I'm not saying that he performed bad, but it was just a little over the top with the announcers.
See how he is with the 12th man. That's all I got to say. See if Mr. Rosen can figure it out.
I'm just glad they don't have to go back to Phoenix anytime soon.
Dude, I know. That sliding grass thing that they have, I feel like that's a key. That turf can't be great with the way they have that whole system going. If you can slide your entire grass stadium like our roof at Safeco, how stable is that? How good is that? I don't know. I mean, we've had how many injuries?
But a lot. I mean, you think about pretty much all the Legion of Boom have been injured in Phoenix. But I wonder, and I don't keep tabs on other teams and the injuries that they get at that stadium, but I wonder if there is something that is there because if it's just the Seahawks, then it's just weird, dumb luck, you would think, or some, not luck.
Because it's regular grass, right?
That's what I've been told. I mean, you always see them talk about they wheel it out. It's got like this weird like tray kind of a thing set up. That's the best way to describe it. It gets wheeled out for the whole week, gets watered and deals with the natural sun. And then when come time, I think a day or two before the game, they wheel it back in. And then it's ready to go for the game.
So is it still on its wheelie thing, do you know? Or do they actually like put it on other dirt?
Well, I don't know. It's probably like tracks or something
that's
like that.
That's what I want to know. Because if it's on other dirt, I guess it should be okay. But it still has to be stable. I don't know. I have to see how they do it.
It probably has enough dirt underneath it for it to be able to grow.
You hope it has enough to figure it out. That's a little.
They should use your fake lawn.
That's what they should do. Well, my fake lawn is basically what they use.
Yeah, you got the little...
I got the pellets.
You got the pellets?
Oh, yeah, I got the pellets in my fake lawn.
Why aren't you playing football?
How do you know I'm not? I should take some video and do it in a Western voice. I know you and your wife would love it.
I've taken really sexy pictures of Sarah on that turf.
Whoa. Well, how about that, BJ?
So at least someone's using it.
You guys befouled my turf. Permission wasn't asked for that.
Well, she's not wearing much. Or was she?
No. She was actually wearing a Seahawks little cheerleader outfit. So
she's getting any of those black balls stuck on her.
Yeah, we're gonna wash them off.
Okay.
I helped. I brushed them off.
Okay.
Well, I didn't know that was going to come.
That was disturbing. No,
go Hawks.
Yeah, no, don't go anywhere. All right, it's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Your calls, your texts at 934 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
A few people are excited about Monday Night Raw. Hopefully I'll get to see some people while I'm out there.
Yeah.
And one person also was wondering if any of the WWE superstars are doing anything where they can meet them, like Alexa Bliss or whoever. Like, we've been lucky. This morning we had Alexa Bliss on our show. But there is a chance to meet WWE superstar Dolph Ziggler today in Tukwila. He's going to be over at the Cricket Wireless on Strander Boulevard from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. signing autographs and taking photos while time lasts.
Very cool.
Yeah, so if you want to meet Dolph Ziggler, you have a chance today in Tukwila at 11 in the morning.
And I know you can watch Alexa today on New Day Northwest.
That's right. She'll be chatting with Margaret Larson, which will be a lot of fun.
That was awesome. And, of course, Steve will be in the front row. And any truth to the rumors that you'll be doing like you did before, dressing up like Alexa like you did when you lost that bet?
It all depends. I put the order in for the hair extensions. If they don't show up, I'm not going to half-ass it. So let's just keep our fingers crossed that Amazon Prime comes through, guys.
Okay. All righty.
And delivers my sweet blonde and pink hair extensions.
Oh, that's what we're looking for?
Yep.
Yeah, you look gorgeous.
Thank you. I guess I should probably be a member of Amazon Prime in order for it to show up on time.
Yeah, you probably should be.
Maybe I clicked the wrong box.
Yeah, you're
sorry.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Ooh, quick question, guys. Settle this debate for my wife and I. Soft pretzels with cheese or with mustard?
Well, you are the soft pretzel expert.
But see, I'm not a fan of anything. I just like a soft pretzel. A little bit of salt, so I always ask for salt, and then you got to rub off like the 10 pounds of salt that they put on the damn pretzel.
Yeah.
But I don't like putting it in cheese. But if I had to pick, if a gun's to my head, I'm not going to be that guy that's like, neither. I'm going mustard. Yellow mustard. Basic yellow mustard.
Oh, boy.
I think cheese is just too much.
Oh, cheese is never too much.
That's a good point.
Yeah, cheese is, no, I you know what, I like mustard and a pretzel, but if I had to choose with the gun to the head, I go cheese.
See, I'm all about the cheese, man.
Really?
I'm not like mustard on hot dogs, but I'm not a big mustard fan. That's just me.
What, are you a mustard fan?
No. Well, I mean, you have to pay extra for that.
Just basic yellow mustard, just a nice little thin line of mustard
on pretzel?
Yeah.
No, cheese, man, all the way.
I risk them getting it on my clothes.
Oh, there's that.
Like, for instance, this morning, my breakfast was a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
How'd you do with that?
I was fine until I wiped my hand on my pants and I realized there was a little piece of peanut butter. And I giant peanut butter stain. I'm like, I just washed these jeans.
Sure, that's definitely peanut butter,
That's
not
what
something
I thought
else.
it was.
No, I'm not smelling your pants.
Smell my leg.
No,
that totally looks like
peanut butter.
Speaking of number twos earlier.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what we're saying. If you have something on your body that looks like it could be a Dusola, asking him to smell it does not really help your cause.
What about you, Rev?
Gotta go with the cheese. Love that cheese, man.
The cheese that's not really cheese?
Yeah, I mean, we call it ches.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's not.
Oh, it's so good, though. I mean, that thing, but you know what? The mustard's not bad either.
Okay, what about Joe filling in for Danny V?
Joey D's nuts.
Steve, I want to go with mustard, but I'm a cheese man.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Remember that mac and cheese that he hasn't made? It's his specialty.
Does he use the same cheese?
Oh, yeah.
Somebody says I'm with Steve, yellow mustard all the way. How about someone says soft pretzel with honey mustard?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good call.
Okay, this might be a slight issue that I have with my love for sweet and sour, but I've even dipped a soft pretzel in the sweet and sour packet by McDonald's.
How was that?
Fantastic.
Is sweet and sour ever bad on anything?
No.
Nope. No, it really isn't.
No, I can't think of anything. Maybe on corn? I don't know.
I'd try it.
Maybe on corn.
That might actually be kind of good.
I'll have to try that out next time I'm going to one of those, those Halloween mazes up there. I'll say, hey, what about any sweet and sour sauce with those corn on the cobs you just made, huh?
Oh, big question. Does Earl giving the team the bird mean that he's done with the Hawks?
Well, he's a free agent next season, and he's not going to play for the rest of this season, so I don't see them picking him up.
I can't imagine he's coming back to the Seahawks.
Because, number one, he won't come back for the money they're willing to pay him. We know this.
But who's going to be willing to pay him now?
Well, that is a really good question. But if he's healthy, somebody will who's got a little bit more money than we do.
Yeah, he's not going to get what he thought he was going to get, though.
Yeah.
Because now, I mean, he broke the same leg again.
Yeah, you're right. I hadn't thought about that. If it's a fracture, and so if it's the same thing where that leg is prone to this, that he's going to. But again, somebody will take a chance on him because he is fantastic when he's healthy.
I mean, he was having a great season up until that injury.
I know. It's so when he was taking a bow in the last game, I thought, I hope he doesn't get it to bite him in the ass. And then when he's like, I am staying out of practice because I don't want to get hurt in practice.
It's like he jinxed himself in a way.
It did. It really was like, oh, Earl, I hope not. And then when I saw what happened, and again, it was such a freak injury. Like you said, it might be the leg that's the issue more so than anything else.
Yeah, I mean, he hit somebody a little bit. That didn't look like anything that was going to break something.
No, it felt the way he jammed his leg as he was trying to slow himself down to jump over a dude when it happened. I thought maybe that might have been.
If that's it, though, what a crummy way for it to all end. Yeah. His last image wearing a Seahawks jersey is him giving the team the middle finger.
I know. It's
it's kind of funny.
I know, but it's like these guys were part of greatness for us. Just the way Richard Sherman left, I thought he kind of was bitter the way he left, and now that with Earl.
He took the high road. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, it's just come on, guys. You guys really were part of something special here.
But that's just been the thing. I mean, we remember Marshawn flipping off.
Yeah, you're right.
Was it Bevel? Probably. We assume, unless there's somebody that's behind the team that's just like a mystery. Maybe he's like the athletic trainer and he flips the players off and they don't notice it until.
Yeah, Pete Carroll said it was a big stadium. He could have been flipping off anybody. So maybe when everyone, between Marshawn and Earl, the flip offs were not meant for who we thought they were.
I mean, that is what a way to go out. Yeah. Guns a-blazing.
Guns a-blazing.
Birds a-blazing.
Just makes you think, like, how will Russell go out? Because eventually he's going to leave. And, if he does like Montana, I mean, Montana played for another team after he left the Niners, of course.
I'm picturing him walking out and he does the Yahtzee thing to the rest.
Oh, wow.
Yahtzee.
Russell throwing Yahtzee.
Probably not.
That would be amazing.
It would have been great, though, if as Earl's going out, the person who was in charge of the music started playing this.
Oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird.
Oh, yeah.
Bird. The bird's the word. Oh, yeah, the bird.
Give it to the Seahawks.
The bird is the word. Oh, well,
last game.
The bird is
you guys.
Here's the bird. The bird's the word. Oh, well, don't you know?
Okay. Yeah, I think we did know, actually. We did know. All right. Well, we got a big question.
You gave a thumbs up first, right? I think second.
Yeah.
F you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, here's a big question for you. Nothing to do with the bird, but it has to do with Ryan Castle and cat videos. What do they have in common? You're going to find out at 9:48 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. He's the drunk in charge. Now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. And here's the question. What do Ryan Castle and cat videos have in common?
We are universally beloved.
Oh, is that true?
I don't know about the cat videos.
Yeah.
I can only speak for myself.
Somebody said that the Rev enjoys watching both with his pants off.
True.
It's weird, too.
Yeah, sorry about that, Ryan. I've been trying to tell him not to do that.
The person wrote, Cats Schmatz, you need to ask Ryan Castle what he thinks on pretzels. Mustard or cheese?
Both.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh. Mustard and cheese?
No, I mean, maybe not at the same time.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll go either way on that. There's a place in South Lake Union that has smoked peanut butter they serve with their pretzels, which is amazing, too. Yeah.
Whoa.
Why limit yourself to just one when you could have it all?
Where is this place?
It's called Brave Horse Tavern.
Oh, I love that place.
There you go.
Oh, I think I had those.
There you go.
Ted took me there.
I get their pretzels to go all the time when I go there.
This certainly took a turn for the better, didn't it?
I agree. Like, that's the place whenever I have a friend come to town, like, let me take you to this place called the Brave Horse.
There you go.
They have great pretzels.
Thanks, Tom Douglas. Love your pretzels.
Smoked peanut butter. Ryan Castle, he's also got a 12-pack.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
I pulled up my phone, and it was one of your videos that you did for some country western board.
Oh, yeah, Western Legends.
The whole time, like, BJ should just, like, have his own YouTube channel of just you talking about new games that you played. Just you doing these stupid country voices.
Yeah. I feel a little left out not being able to hear this voice, Steve. Do you think BJ could recreate this accent?
Oh, boy.
Well, partner, I'll tell you this. You can play as Calamity Jane, Wyatt Earp, and you move around, you're robbing banks, you're shooting up things, and I was doing it the whole time.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I have a mountain of credit card bills and consumer debt. Can I still keep my house if I file bankruptcy?
Yes, you almost always can keep your home and your house, your car in a bankruptcy. Depending on what type of bankruptcy you file, would depend on whether or not, for example, you can keep your vehicles if you have payments on them still. You can almost always keep your home if you're current on the payments on your home, even in full bankruptcy. In Chapter 13, you can also keep those items. If you're behind on your house, you could catch your house payments up in a Chapter 13, take off a second mortgage in a Chapter 13. So keeping your primary assets like a home and car is almost always possible in bankruptcy.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
Love sports? Love culture? Well, I've got a brand new podcast called Take Line from Crooked Media, hosted by me, Jason Concepcion, and two-time WNBA champion Renee Montgomery. From the games to the players to the issues happening both on and off the court, we'll be tackling the important political and social issues happening in sports head on. New episodes drop every Tuesday, so follow and subscribe on radio.com, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.